All right, boys, have a seat. We need to talk about why Marc Cucurella is going to be the perfect signing for Chelsea this season. So stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Mike. Huge fan of the best team in the world, which happens to be Chelsea. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we are going to talk about Cucurella coming to Chelsea and why this is such an important signing for Chelsea, even though we've obviously signed other defenders. But again, I want to talk about this particular signing because I think it's going to be very important for our defense. Now, there's obviously some negative and some positives with this. We are first going to talk about the negatives of this signing. Now, first, right off the bat, we obviously have to talk about how many players we already have in this position. We have Ben Chilwell, Marcus Alonso, Emerson, Sarr you could probably put there, even Cowell, and then obviously Cucurella being the sixth option in this position. But the thing is, if we bring Cucurella into this position, we most likely will be shipping out Marcus Alonso. Sarr could probably leave the club as well, and Cowell also might be on loan then too. And actually, I want to talk about Cowell for just a brief second on this because obviously, I want to see this player develop and play for Chelsea, but right now, at his age at 19, I don't see him breaking into the team right off the bat, and especially if we do bring in some other players in our defense. And therefore, if we loan this player out or sell him to a club where he gets some playing time, put a buyback clause on him and bring him back when, say, he's 22, 23, I think will be ideal for this player to get more experience and then really come back to Chelsea and be an elite defender. And again, that's just my take on this player. Obviously, he stays at Chelsea. He could also rise to the ranks, kind of like what Reece James did, and play very, very well for this club. Now, back to Cucurella, though. Like I said, the other negatives with this is that obviously we would have some competition between Ben Chilwell and Cucurella, but I think having competition in this position is going to be a good thing because right now we currently do not know how well Ben Chilwell will be after coming back from that ACL injury that he picked up last season against Juventus, and therefore he's more of a variable currently. We do not know what to expect from this player. Hopefully he gets back to his normal position where he was playing very, very well at a high level. But again, we have no idea what to expect from this player. So again, hopefully he can do that. But if not, Cucurella would step up into that position. That being said, though, we do need to talk about some of the positives and why, again, I think this is such an important signing for Chelsea. Now, off the bat, we need to talk about our entire back line. Right now, Thiago Silva is one of our main players in our CB role. But the thing is, with his age, most likely will not be able to play every single match this season, whether that's in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. All these games are going to take a toll on this player, and he's going to need some rotation in his old age. I don't want to say he's that old, but still he is a little bit more older than all our other players out there, and therefore we need maybe Koulibaly to play in that CB position or someone else play in that CB position right in the center, and therefore Cucurella could step in and play the left CB. If not, we could also put Koulibaly on that right side. Trevor Chalobah can play in that position as well. But like I said, we need some rotation in our defense. Now, Cucurella, though, can play also not only in the LCB position, he can play the left wing back, which obviously we know about, but also can play a left back position, which again is going to be massive for this club because, as we've talked about before, Thomas Tuchel is kind of stuck playing 5 in the back or 3 CBs because with the current players we have right now, it's very difficult to have a back four where Cucurella will actually give us the option to have a pure left back. Now, that being said, then we could maybe go then with him at the left back, Koulibaly, Trevor Chalobah, and Reece James in a back four, which again would give us more options in our midfield. Obviously, Thiago Silva would not be in that back four. We could still rotate him in, but really, this gives Thomas Tuchel more variety with his formation and tactics going into different matches because as we see before, having the exact same tactics and players and teams knowing what we're going to do sometimes can really come back and bite us because, like I said, teams will know exactly how to attack us and how to pivot against that. Whereas if we're able to rotate our formation, change things up, with having 5 subs come off the bench, this could really help us out, grind games out, and get the win that we need. So again, that itself is going to be a big positive. Now, on top of that, what I want to mention is with Cucurella, we can also see him do a lot of things at the left wing back position because like Ben Chilwell, he can play phenomenal crosses. We saw that last year when he did that with Brighton against Chelsea with, I think, Danny Welbeck scoring a goal late in the game. And therefore, like I said, he can do that with the crosses. He can dribble the ball. He can also break lines through passes. This guy can do it all. And at the age of 24, with a long career at Chelsea, we buy this player. And therefore, again, I think this is a great signing. I watched some other YouTube videos and they're saying that this is not a good sign, but really you have to look at the long-term effects of this player, not just straight off the bat, because I know right off the bat it's going to be difficult to see what his value is going to be, but really long-term wise, this gives us so many different options in our back line. And really, when you look at the back line, if we do bench Chilwell, we do Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and Reece James, that back five plus Mendy in between the sticks is one of the best back lines you can have, not only in the Premier League, but in the entire world, because all those players are capable of doing so much, not only defending, but also attacking. We've seen that with Koulibaly. The guy is a freak of nature. Thiago Silva knows exactly where he needs to position himself, and again, is able to distribute the balls, whether it's a long ball over everyone, but even just playing back and forth with his other CBs. And therefore, like I said, this could be massive for this club. Now, obviously, we still need to work on our defense, but really, having a solid back line may take some pressure off our midfield and in our attacking third as well. So again, if we only score 1 or 2 goals, having such a solid back line like that, we could really grind games out like we used to with a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win. Either or, like I said, we can really rely on our defense and we can rely on Mendy quite well. So in my humble opinion, I think Cucurella is the perfect signing for us. $450 million, I don't think is too much for this player. Again, we've seen him do very well at Brighton. I think he's Premier League proven. Again, will step up to the plate and do very well at Chelsea. I want to know what you guys think, so comment down below. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And that is it, and I will see you next time.